interesting ban from Divals. Defense one's nothing to write home about. Again, Malusi still seeing a lot of play in the bans just because Banshees can be quite annoying. It's a kind of hatch drop, attempt plant, but not really make it kind of deal.
Well, there you go. The first pick comes through. Luna goes down, the mirror player, and the C4 gone. Here comes the smoke. Speakeasy spots the drop and can take ED's head clean off. Jordan as well here to support. Speakeasy actually has a rotation. He can play around as well with Pika. It does finish Jordan, and Direwolves come to life in the kill feed. Pika knows exactly where Speakeasy is, but he's holding on for dear life. Finds another one, the double! It's just Shadow and Hysterics left. And he knows exactly where Hysterics lies in wait. Invictus in the Jordan, prepped and thrown, but baited successfully. Pika goes low on HP and trying to force his plant down, can be vulnerable to those impacts. Both grenades now finally gone down, but the Flores of Souffle goes deep. Shadow to force this plant down. Pika has to cover. No choice now for Direwolves. Invictus desperate to deny the plan. Overcome the Yokai drones to deny and delay this plan. But Joe manages the angle. Pika has absolutely no shots. Speakeasy once again. Straight on in. Direwolves are committing a lot of players here. However, they find Jordan. A very strong opener. Great shot, though, from none other than Speakeasy. Luna down, but not out. There's a player in sight. It is a bloodbath. And Joe is the last man standing for IG now. Got to find two more players. Direwolves forcing that diffuser down on the ground. Joe makes it a 1v1, but Jackie Wu just needs to cover now that the diffuser is planted. He's got a fantastic weapon, and he can hold down Direwolves as outrings the logic bomb. Luna wins the fight. Can't finish off the second one. And now Jackie Wu is in sight with the AK. Starts to force that plant down, but once again it's Speakeasy who comes up huge for IG. He is a star! And IG can once again lock down Star for him an open area. They go up 3.
Again, IG just looking great. They did a good job handling that kind of attempted plant situation, and Diver was really left reeling on that one. And you're so right, Speakeasy, just such a feature in the kill feed. As always, nothing has changed. So I don't know. This is starting to look a bit scary if I'm Direwolves.
Into sight, pulling off a rush. A lot of silly business did occur. And I think we're not seeing that amount of gusto demonstrated from these teams, particularly Direwolves, right? They're on the attack, so they're the ones that can really dictate, I guess, the pace of a round. We're not seeing them just go all in, you know, put it all on red and just make a gamble, send it in. We're not seeing that from them yet. We're seeing mostly slow and methodical rounds that take the full extent of that entire round. And it's coming down to those final moments about who finds that pick and who doesn't. And Invictus tend to win those.
Yep, good point. And really curious to see how Direwolves kind of adapt their attacks here to deal with this Locker's defense. Now, this is already quite the adaptation.
Oh, I love that!
And just takes Luna out. First 20 seconds, that is such a critical position.
And so Direwolves showing their hand of Amaru in one round, and next round going for a full map clear. All power to them. I think that's a great idea, and I think that keep varying it, it'll make it much more difficult to read. Because so far it seems like Direwolves have actually had a really good read on IG.
It does feel like that, and you would think so they should, right? Like, they play in the same league. I'm sure, again, you know, probably scrim fairly regularly. It's always hard to assume which teams will scrim, but at the end of the day, they're in the same region. Southeast Asian teams, like, why not? So you would think that they should be fairly used to each other's playstyles at this point. So that, I think that was always the danger in general when you think about Direwolves coming into this. Sure, they haven't been able to specifically prep for the event, but at the end of the day, like, they know IG fairly well, so they can feel comfortable trying to kind of wing this one. This is their chance. Like, this is their map pick. We really gave them the credit that they probably deserved, honestly, coming into Bank, that they could take this. Like, 100% they could. But I mean, IG have been stepping up, and Direwolves have been doing their best. They need to do better, though, because they're down 2-4, and I just don't see them having a shot at the series if they can't manage to swing this open stuff area. Again, maybe I'm just reading too far into stats, but actually, open area kitchen is the most defender-sided site, according to the stats in the major. So I don't know, Direwolves kind of following the old patterns. Not that that's bad.
Didn't make it to the major, eh?
It's a great point. A little more decisive from them a little earlier, because it just kind of felt like they're sitting around left them vulnerable to the kind of play that Divals used, I guess. I don't know. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is so gutting. Yeah, fair enough, Jordan. Just don't let anyone see that embarrassment. Yeah, look, I agree that IG were hoping for. They thought they could get a really nice early pick, isolating Pika at Kanto at the top of the banana stairs. I realize to anyone who doesn't know callouts, I would sound like a crazy person right now, but that is what people call these stairs. And hey, look, Hysterics are going to try and hold this angle and finish the job, but for the most part, Pika's already done a lot. Just
5 seconds or something. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I love to check it. Did you just beautiful pun your own joke?
Did I?
Yeah, you did. You were like, burn time. Ha, beautiful pun.
Oh, I did. Yeah, look.
It's all right, man.
I don't know.
I would have laughed, but now that you did at yourself, I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, look, I'm sorry, Dev. I'm sorry.
No, look,
I can't be
Keep
perfect.
trying to be funny. You'll get it one day. I like it.
I'm definitely not funny.
Oh, we do have fun here sometimes.
And yeah, Direwolves had everything in their pocket to throw at that. It was just no way at that point.
It's like if you just played like a short version of Siege, which is just the last 30 seconds of the round, if the defenders could pick any operator knowing exactly where Invictus would be coming from, that is the exact operator lineup they would have had, right? Like the Echo with 2 Yokais, the Tachanka, the Smoke, the C4 on poles. It does not get any better than that. And Invictus, they just walked into the trap like a lamb led to the slaughter.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like that. So certainly a concern here for IG's attacks. That was yeah, not great. So they're going to have to adapt. Now we're finally seeing kitchen and open area, and this is statistically the most defender-sided of the sites, at least of recent history with the Sweden Major. So yeah, look, this is certainly going to be a challenge. They're hard sticking this lineup though. I mean, has it been the same for every attack? I think one slight difference.
The game was, is Direwolves going to be kind of washed because they've been on break for a month, like, and they didn't realize they'll be playing this until yesterday. That was our theory, right? Maybe that would happen, or maybe it wouldn't. In my opinion, Direwolves are playing really well, and Invictus are playing slightly better.
I would generally concur with that. I definitely don't feel like players. It's far more spread out from Direwolves. I mean, that's, I don't know, that may not count for a whole lot, but I feel like, going back to something I talked about with Cyclops, if you want to talk about sustainability in terms of like teams and lineups and that kind of jazz, it's not sustainable when you have to rely on 1 or 2 players to pop up.
Yeah, and players go in and out of form, don't they? Joe does find an entry onto Pika. That's the second round in a row he's been stepping up. Really good frags from him. And yeah, like to add to your point, right? Like, I think without IG side at 8 rounds compared to just 4-1 by the attack. So pushing to overtime here actually flips the advantage back into Direwolves' corner.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right in terms of who chooses what. So yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting little OT. That being said, it did feel like there was a couple of attacks in particular from Direwolves, Invictus, where I felt like they really should have held on. That last one in particular.
Maybe send a player to push Garage in the late round to contest Souffle, who plays there with the Echo. If Invictus can do that, they would have a really solid shot at beating Direwolves on this round. And in fact, Speakeasy's on the nook. He's going to go Garage early and not be visible to cameras.
Tim, this could be absolutely huge, all from Speakeasy.
And they're just hunting him down. They're pushing for him. The Yokai's there as well. The nades thrown blind, but he finds a second.
10 seconds remaining.
All right. 5
seconds remaining.
Man, this is, I don't know. I'm just absolutely gobsmacked about that last round, but at the end of the day, Invictus, this is huge. Like, I really think they needed to step up. Felt like this match was theirs, right? Like, they were on that match point in well, it feels like it was ages ago now. But they were on that match point, and it just felt like they were going to win this. Like, even though Direwolves put up a good fight, we said, you know, Invictus felt like they'd played better. But it's that last round. I'm very worried for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they did end up winning that round. I don't think it really had that much of an effect. I just remember us talking about it quite a bit, right? We were like, oh, bring in the Maestro. I wonder why that is. I don't think it really emerged, but that's the lineup they're stuck with. It was the last time they won the site too. So, look, maybe that will be a good omen for them.
Perhaps, maybe perhaps. One thing that I'm curious on is seeing Speak really use the gun to its fullest capabilities. Particularly, I'm thinking, like, you've got a huge magazine. It's belt-fed, right? You've got 100 bullets versus 20 on Yana. So you can really do a lot with that. If he goes in, I mean, he doesn't have to let go of the trigger.
Very true, and that's always dangerous in the hands of a player like Speakeasy. So that certainly could have an impact. And IG is taking the time, setting up a lot of this intel gathering. You know, we saw them getting some really great info from those Argus cameras, and really deciding how to deal with that. It looked like there was an evil eye in particular they were going to try and stub out, which they now have. Shadow still on this roam, and this is what they've played every single time on this defense. Shadow ready for that kind of late flank around the Skylight stairs. I think by this point, IG hopefully are ready for something like that too.
Invictus would be way too scared to do that, mate. I tell you what. Look, I love this from Direwolves. They want a heavy lurk game, getting to some really strong positions close to site, and Luna has absolutely no chance of reacting. Shadow sprays through that wall and finds the opening pick of the map. Already Direwolves in seemingly a very strong position.
Didn't quite see where Hysterics dropped. It actually looked like he flanked up through Snowmobile, and that's where he caught inch from the kitchen hallway. But there it is. Jackie's just in here, Deb.
Yeah, and doesn't win the fight too, so credit to Jordan. He held down when he needed to. IG have stepped up now. Pika was the player to try and push from the other side of the map and flank, but he's now been spotted in 4K. He baits it out, makes it look like he's running the other way, but the double up of information gathering utility will spell his demise likely in a couple of moments. No way he won that fight. He had absolutely no business winning that fight, and Hysterics agrees, shuts him down. IG, a strong opener. Hysterics is to go for a flank here up the library stairs. While Direwolves are aware. Oh my god, Luna? He sprayed down 2 of them and got the shield back up. Now Hysterics has found one on his flank. Only 2 players left for Direwolves. I wish we had seen that, because Luna, you absolutely pogged out, man.
It's kind of like pinch him down. But Pika's just going to go in. Okay. Only 4. All on Shadow's shoulders now.
Oh, and he also gets finished off. No, Luna! Oh my.
To clear out this vertical play.
Oh, but in goes ED.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't give a damn. He just walks straight on past. Hysterics caught, unbeknownst to him, that ED had walked straight on through. There's still another player upstairs in the closet. Joe downstairs does find one. Oh, ED didn't manage to catch on the cross. Not sure which player that is. Perhaps it's Jordan. Or Speakeasy, I think, now in the corner of Solar, cut off from the window. That's Jackie Wu to clean up. And now Direwolves have not only a man advantage, but a really strong position with this vertical game available.
They definitely do, but time's up. Managed to clear that mute jam and managed to clear Lunar Metal. So all on the shoulders of Jordan and Joe. They have managed to find one, but still, they have that man disadvantage and they have the clock against them. This site is going to start to get squishy though.
Oh no!
Direwolves prepare this push.
And Jordan on that prone angle through the kill holes in the ankle height wall. Jordan's the last one left. Jackie Wu has that diffuser! What are you looking at, Jackie? There's no way that it ends like this! Joe's found 4 kills! The nade might be enough! Souffle perfectly plays it, cooks up a storm. I was want a little bit more before they do so. Joe takes down Pika, but Luna caught out on his rotation upstairs. Souffle finds his head. 3v3. 25 seconds to go, and Souffle looking to burn that Aruni gate. Shadow wants to make a move as well. It's going to be desperate now. All 3 Direwolves players separated from one another, and Speakeasy takes full advantage of that. Jordan as well finishes off ED. Traded now by Souffle, but where is that diffuser? I've got no idea. And it looks like neither... Oh, Shadow's got to go for it right on that window. This is going to be a very long 7 seconds, the longest of Shadow's life, and Jordan and Speakeasy have absolutely no qualms with ending it prematurely. Invictus, another strong defense once again.
Even better, now they've actually been able to down Joe.
Oh!
Hopefully that is fixed
Luna!
unbelievable, man. How does he do this?
That is nuts. What a great shot. Shadow, though, manages to get that trade, secure the kill. So sure. Is this a swing from the player in piano? ED trying to watch for it. Jordan goes down. Souffle's mark straight on in. Luna is banished to the Shadow Realm. Forced outside and said, mate, you are not coming back in. Direwolves, credit to you, mate. You dealt with your demons and you've taken... Not really sure why, honestly. Very strange decision, especially the way that they've opened that up. Oh! Oh! My God, that was a nice attempt at a play, but Shadow's just in piano. Like, what is happening? Half of I
could swing it, but he's going to have to make it happen
huge.
soon enough. And while he did, unfortunately he was traded. So Souffle.
Yeah, I mean, this is the worst kind of position to be in, and of course Luna's going to go for the pick, but it just baits for Souffle to... This nade could be beautiful. Oh my God! Cooked to perfection and followed up with a beautiful dessert. Speakeasy also finds one with the DMR on Buck, and IG have already found themselves a minute into the round with a two-man advantage. Info on Pika roaming downstairs. Health. Luna likely to just send it in. Oh, he's got a chance to open this round wide open. Now a 4v1. Poor Pika left all alone. Listening dearly for that repel sound. Yeah, caught on camera. That's not happening. A very dominant one for Invictus. Perhaps the most dominant round we've seen yet. And they are
literally Clash.
Clash Monty, man. Yeah. But there you go. Speakeasy, the big hitter, is taken out. Joe's actually been on the scoreboard at least, the big hitter this game, but Speakeasy, I mean, spawn picking Speakeasy, which try to say that 10 times fast, is always something you want to do when you're versing Invictus. If you can get it, you say thank you very much. You don't have to verse him later in the round.
Definitely helps, tell you that much. And look, Buck's a pretty strong operator in Chalet in general. A lot of vertical play. Good for IG though. They've managed to trade that one back. So, taking out ED. 2 minutes left. Uh-oh. They've missed Souffle. And he's going to whiff on the Monty. That was such a big opportunity. Oh! That just summarizes Dival's Chalet, I tell you what.
That is... IG's Monty is very low, so this is very winnable here for Direwolves. That said, Hysterics is having a ripper game. Joe as well tears Jackie Woo's head straight off. Hello, that's a Monty. Surely he can finish him off. There you go. One shot's all that's needed, and Shadow now has a chance of making this 1v3 around in his corner. Hysterics is low HP. One slug should do the trick, but Hysterics only needs a single bullet to take his head off.
We saw them just absolutely derail, demolish Direwolves in this, and there it is. Jordan has found a pick onto Pika. That's a good little evening of that man count, and Luna has just gone in. Yeah, he's just going to be able to aggress onto these positions. Unfortunately for him, though, he doesn't quite see Jackie. It's traded 3v3.
That's pretty gutting, not going to lie. That was a real shot there. Fortunately, IG just keep finding picks wherever they may come. Now 3v2. Hysterics moves on forward. He's got a fantastic position here in the bathroom, and Jordan's going to drone up ahead, spots the player in the closet. Hysterics knows he's just around the corner from that. Peeks it, but doesn't see the player. Oh, the lineup was perfect. The pre-aim on point for Hysterics, but the reaction time of Souffle was just better. And now it's only Speakeasy left, and we're left wondering, IG, what went wrong? What if Luna had just not pushed quite so deep? What if Hysterics had landed that shot? This would be a very different story, but for now, it looks like Direwolves might have this.
Does feel like it, but you never know. It is Speakeasy. Beautiful shot onto ED. He's got less than 30 seconds. One player to find is Souffle.
And Souffle spots him, deals a bit of damage as well. He's watching the perfect angle and takes him down. Dire will stay alive a little bit longer and have top floor control.
Yeah, that vertical push just never really got anywhere. Souffle, he's equal to man count. And now, 40 seconds to go. IG, you see Luna's still on the roof here. They're just going to have to make a call and start pushing. And that's Luna not making it through the window even. ED there to stand up. 30 seconds to go. It's falling apart here for IG in this round.
Far out. At what point do we start to get worried
no.
for IG? Direwolves have made significant strides. This was a 6-2, looking to be a swift 7-2.
Always going to be a factor. You know, you can't take the foot off the accelerator, and Hysteric certainly hasn't done that. He's jumped in West Main. He wants to hard push these players, holding, dining. Direwolves are falling apart now as Joe has locked in a triple so far for the rounds. 2 versus 5. This is IG look like they're about to lock the map away.
It will be taken out. Does Shadow have an inkling? Does he have an idea? He can make this a 2-on-3. Surely not. Raven, after everything we've seen, the 5v2 was a sure bet. Now Shadow's been spotted, ED taken down. And once again, it's an ACS 12 player who's got to clutch. This time it's Shadow. He's got info on the Monty, but the Monty knows exactly where he is too. A 1v3 shaping up together. Shadow with the slug shotgun. He's got to watch multiple angles. And Luna shows that he's not just there for his good looks. He aims down sights and takes down that final player. Oregon is up next on the docket.
Oregon certainly is.
You got Mira and Valkyrie left in, the 2 most banned defenders in every region, like just in Rainbow Six Siege in general. Like the 2 most Southeast Asian teams have hung on to Ella far longer than any other region, it seems, and Pika is no exception. What a player to take down early as well in Speakeasy. Hysterics, the other big hitter, already taken down. Joe's always happy to pick up the pieces, but he takes so much damage for his trouble. Jackie Wu might be biting off a little bit more than he can chew, though, peeking in the hallway. Oh my god! That is Siege timing. Welcome to Siege timing, mate.
Oh, so unfortunate. Souffle's managed to find another drop back, and that's it. Direwolves are on site, 90 seconds to go. 3v2 though. Jordan's at least found one more pick.
This is definitely winnable. Pika's low, but so's Joe. I don't have any more rhymes than that. Let's see how Invictus go on their attack.
That was fairly clean, not gonna lie. Oh,
Jordan! Oh my god! What? His time. Diffuser in hand. Joe likely going for info. There's no way! There's no way! He went for the revive! Jackie Wu is the superior J. It's the Maverick down, one of the critical hard breaches. And Souffle peaks Speakeasy in the school bus. There's still no breach on that wall though.
There's not, and now there's no Luna because ED has decided to pick him. Yeah, look, those cameras are really causing some issues. And now in this 4v2, 50 seconds to go. Look, it's going to be pretty tough for IG. It's very funnily. You know, it's either Closet, it's either Trophy. Maybe they rotate to White. Maybe Hysterics never gets there. Souffle gets him. And all alone is Joe. I don't know what just happened, but Direwolves got the round.
I'm dev, but I'm not a dev.
Oh no. No way. 3 rounds in a row.
I'm telling you,
IG.
Speakeasy, that would get me.
That's still tilting. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he was the one who died in the bus, so yes.
So he hasn't entered the building.
Not this map, no. Oh my god! Pika jumps out! What are they doing? I would love to hear the voice comms for Direwolves right now. Even if they're losing this map, like this round, technically.
Going pretty well. Attic position held as well, so Jackie Wu, he is going to be able to aggress. It's traded at least, but that could have been deadly.
Good job from Jackie to hold on. He's had a good game so far, remembering that clutch from round 1.
Like a test from the elbow, but only 20 seconds, so IG, they're going to have to be quick with this.
No! Jackie! He's found the 4K! He's got to ace up now! Luna! And he does! Jackie Wu! The ace! He claims every one of them! And what a flick! Whether it's IG or Direwolves who ends up losing this game and playing the next match. But at the moment, it's certainly looking like IG because to grab onto here, it's going to be so difficult. But that is exactly what they needed. Speakeasy finds one, commits, and gets the double. That's huge for him. But Souffle's got the position in Laundry and he's retaken that diffuser. This is looking grim now for IG. Even if Speakeasy can hit some gnarly shots, he doesn't have that diffuser in his remit. And Direwolves will be able to hold on. There's ED on the off angle. Unbelievable. 4 straight rounds. And making it to the Sweden Major anyway. but it just goes to show how good Direwolves are. And this is, oh my god, this is so devastating.
Yeah, well look, at least as the trade comes through here for Speakeasy, he's just gone to site, and I think that's very symbolic of how this has been for IG at this point. Dev, the round is over! 2 kills happened 15 seconds ago, and then that is it, the whole...
Even IG being strong here is a tall ask, and not looking likely at the moment, and man advantage once again for Direwolves.
So close to being extended as well. Jackie Wu is pushing. He hits the C4. Speakeasy taken low. 45 seconds.
The trade.
Ooh. Ooh. Spicy.
Sounded a bit like an owl there. Ooh.
Ooh.
Nowhere, probably. And he starts to force it down. No utility to speak of. The C4 comes over. He fakes it. Direwolves. Unbelievable that they have just managed 6 rounds in a row and have match point on this site.
It's kind of just amazing to watch an attacking team able to use all the utility they can to progress here. Very aggressive now, though. They've pushed a site here, Dev. They've kind of got control of Laundry. IG pushing for this retake, and it's absolute a mess.
And now IG have their best chance, but ED's made it a 1v1. The 7-0 lies in Jordan's hands. He just has to win one fight to get the first round on the board for Invictus. Otherwise, they will have to play Talon in the lower final. It's happening! Direwolves 7-0 Invictus.
Oh my word. What a clutch from ED. What a map from Direwolves. 7-0. This was, I gotta say it, like the least likely timeline for what could have occurred on Oregon. In map 3 of this